Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Honey, and I didn't actually record a in-game intro to this video, but we are today finishing up Sly's bunker. I started this in stream, and then I was going to use that footage to make the first half of this speed build. However, it was really long. Like, the decorating was really long, and I didn't think anyone would want to be subjected to that. So if you want, I can speed up the stream so that you can actually watch what happened the first half. So what I'm doing here is I'm decorating the back cliffs behind Sly's bunker, and he lives in like a cave. Because I have a Witcher inspired island, there always seems to be like merchants and whatnot that live in caves, or like characters that live in caves. So I thought it would be cool to have like a little weapons merchant inside the cave, inside of a cave, like on a mountainside. So I'm trying as best as I can to recreate like a little mountainside. And here I'm struggling with items as usual. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit off. I'm still getting over just a little bit of a cold, and I'm kind of congested just a little bit. But I didn't want to not make this video because I want to move on and record another speed build. So I'm trying to move forward with my island, and next I do have up like Nook's Cranny and starting my shopping district and all of that fun stuff, which is a little more city core and simple panel core than this is. This is going to be a more natural part of the island. So I'm using termite mounds in this build because I want the area to look like kind of rough and unstructured, and termite mounds just add like a little bit of texture, like, I don't know, like cliff-like kind of texture to these kinds of areas. I use them a lot on my volcano build, and I just like the way they look, like when you're trying to make something look like a cave, or like it has some kind of depth, and you're trying to like make the ground look more textured without actually, I mean, building cliffs up and down right there. Like, it's not like I can just build another cliff in this spot, but I don't really want to extend it out anymore. So that's like a good way, or a good item to use for that. I love those little lanterns. So I'm just using some random items, obviously because he's like a weapons guy and he's supposed to be a little bit shady. I'm gonna have cannons because I don't know, I've been wanting to use them. It seems like the best place to use them on this island. They're a fun item, and actually one of my favorites. I know they're not hugely popular, but they really are one of my favorite items. I just like them. So if you're interested in any of the design codes that I use, I will post my creator code down below. All of the designs in this video are my own, even like the blankets and stuff, but they're spread across several different creator codes. So I will link the 3 creator codes that I'm using on this island for this build and for all of my other builds down below in case you want to use them. So I'm using right now this daisy path that I made, and I made a fall version of it because I decided that I wanted my island to be set in fall. The original summer spring-ish one is still there. I just didn't, I don't know. I just felt like I liked the way all of the purple and the amethyst and the medieval vibes kind of went in fall. And everyone's giving me all of these fall vibes with their like farm islands and all of their nature and spooky islands. And I just kind of wanted to jump on the fall bandwagon, if I'm going to be honest, and just enjoy this season. Like, I really love fall. I love the aesthetic, and it's one of my favorite decorating times. I'm not much of a decorator in real life, like in my home and stuff. I'm not that person who has everything decorated all the time, mostly because I can't really reach anything. But I really love looking at all of the decorations and like seeing it all on Pinterest, or my friends post a lot of pictures of how they're decorating their homes, and I really just love that cozy fall like feeling. I used to actually decorate quite a bit, but because of the wheelchair, I can't really reach anything above 4 feet high, and it would like look like it was decorated by a Smurf. So I just kind of let it go, and I'm okay with that. So I'm just filling up this cliff. I'm trying to make it look naturey and use some naturey items, but I love gel bars because height, and I do struggle with placing these for a little bit. I wanted it to be like forward a little bit more, and it wasn't. I wanted them right up against the other gel bars, like in half a square, and it just wasn't working out for me. So I think I let it be for a second, and then I went back to it because I was getting frustrated, and I don't do anything. If I'm frustrated, I just kind of walk away and do something else for a second, and then come back when I can be a little more clear. And there, you know, I always revert to my camera to see how things look or how things are looking. And that's just a habit that I have of checking. I want to make sure that things are visually appealing, at least as appealing as I know how to get them. Everybody's style and level is different in this game. So it's really up for interpretation. I don't think there's any wrong way to decorate, quite honestly. So I like just putting that fence behind houses because I feel like it's just a good little filler. I sneak a Papa Bear into every island. I just like them, and I want to always have one of those and the Goliath beetles on every single one of my islands. And you won't be able to really see him much, but I know he's there and he's cute. So I was okay with the placing of it. I figured a bear on a mountain in the woods would be like pretty realistic. Like that's kind of what would happen, right? The closest thing we have to a bear besides villagers is these Papa Bears and these teddy bears. So I used a Papa Bear because a Mama Bear would definitely get lost. But the Papa Bear you could at least see when you run behind the cliffs. Because if you don't know, all of my islands are completely accessible across the back. it's just something that I do for my own convenience when I'm running through my own islands. And I don't block it off for the DA. I don't change that right before the DA launches. I feel like if anyone's coming to my island, that they should they want to run across the back to get to the other side, or they think they missed something, then they should be able to go the same way I do. I ran out of items space in my pockets as usual, so I had to set something down in order to set other things down. Now, I know that oil barrel isn't exactly medieval, but my rationale is they had to have some kind of metal container, right? Like, that's not super modern, I believe. I'm gonna hope not anyway, and I used it anyway because I like barrels and I like all the barrels. So I wanted all the barrels to be on my island. So I use the stone lion dogs because I like them. I feel like they fit in right here. There is going to be like a natural forest leading up to Sly's house. However, I'm not making that forest right now because I'm using this little area in front of his house to store trees for the rest of the island for the rest of my builds. And eventually I think I want my rocks to spawn there. So I'm going to not plant the trees until the rocks spawn. And that'll probably be one of the very last things I do on this island. So yeah, I'm using the termite mounds to fill in between the trees to kind of make it look like earthy. And I know I could have used cypress trees in there too, but I really just didn't want to. Like, I didn't want to use them there. I used them as decorations in other parts of my island, but I just feel like they look too much like a potted tree. To go in this particular area, I wanted it to look a lot rougher and a little bit more wild. So yeah, that's what I was going for. So I am just putting down some finishing touches, and I will put up some pictures of how the area came out. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Maybe leave me a comment of something that you'd want to see in the future. I will be having quite a few more custom designed build videos coming out soon, and I hope you enjoyed. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have an amazingly fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.